This week on Ask an Expert, hockey. Welcome to Ask an Expert, the show where you submit questions to be answered by people around the school. I'm your host, Kieran. This week on Ask an Expert, our question is how much energy is produced in a mid-ice collision? Here to answer our question is Jacob Bouchain, a hockey player at the midget level. So, Jacob, can you help us answer this question?
Yes, there's a simple equation to find how much energy is produced in a mid-ice collision during a hockey game. It is 1/2 your mass plus your speed squared equals how many joules of energy is produced.
So how much weight does an average NHL player have?
I would say to be 160 pounds to 220.
Wow. And how fast would they be going?
The average speed while they're gliding would be 26 miles an hour.
26? Holy. So how, if the two were at full force at around 160 to 200, and they collided into each other, how much energy would that cause?
It costs 34,500 joules of energy. That's equivalent to 34,500 light bulbs being lit for 1 second.
Wow, that's a lot of light bulbs. Okay, so obviously the NHL doesn't want their players to get hurt. No. So what safety precautions do they have?
Well, we have quite advanced technologies to protect the players now.
Okay, I have a couple of them, and I was wondering if you could go through what some of them are. Whatever these are.
Well, these is what is used for the NHL. They're quite old, and they do have precautions saying that they do go out of date. There's a sticker that says it was out of date May 2014, so you cannot use this anymore to play any hockey.
Oh.
But NHL players use this. But once you're under 18, you have to use a cage, because it does protect you from pucks and head contact.
Okay. Now, we have another thing here. Now, where does this go?
It goes on your body. Your head goes through here, and it fits on your shoulders. And you just strap it up, like so.
Perfect. So would this help you with both the collision and hitting the ice?
Yes.
It would? Okay. Now, these things, I don't really know what they are. What on earth are these things? Like, what are they?
Elbow pads. So
Elbow. I can hire that.
These really just help you with hitting the ice, because your elbows are quite vulnerable.
Yes. So, when you do get hit, eventually you will when you're at a higher level as you, is there any particular way you fall that helps you kind of transfer the energy away from your head?
Well, you would like to fall with your arms, but you can't fall backwards with your arms, you could dislocate your shoulder.
Okay.
So if you're falling backwards, you kind of let yourself. But if you're sliding, you want to stop yourself from going into the boards.
Oh, wow. So have you particularly ever gotten a really bad collision in which you felt really hurt?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, Jacob, and thanks for coming on. That's it for this week's Ask an Expert. But we're always looking for new questions. Tweet them to @PiaCarlton with #AskAnExpert, and we'll find someone who can answer them for you. See you next week.